How's it going, citizens? It's Tysonicus Nation back again after a long delay. But I had to come back to talk to you about something you knew I'd be back to talk to you about: Elden Ring. Let's get into it. So, FromSoft's newest foray into gaming, Elden Ring. Oh my god, I do not have enough good things to say about this venture. It is a masterpiece and brilliant collage of every Souls game to date, and I didn't think it was possible. Now, I won't be spoiling any of the details of the story for your own benefit, of course. Please go play this game if you haven't. It is by far and away my favorite story out of all the Souls games so far. Now, here's the time where if my setup was set up, I would show you some gameplay, I would show you the jump attacks, I would show you the guard counters, I would show you this and that and all the other beautiful mechanics that they have used to fuse what feels like Dark Souls into a quick, open world, fast paced action adventure RPG that you could play like Bloodborne if you wanted to. And if you've been on YouTube for the last few months, you've seen that. So I just wanted to come and bring you my personal feelings, being almost through New Game Plus already, about 200-ish hours in. But before all that, a quick tie-in of basic story progression. Like I said, I won't be spoiling anything that happens in the game, but if you're looking for sort of a introduction to get you started on the lore you'll be experiencing, well, here's what I've got for you. You come to the Lands Between as a Tarnished, someone who was banished from the lands a long time ago and is now being beckoned back by the guidance of grace, which is a sort of holy light that emanates from this massive tree that stands over the middle of the world, basically, or the continent. And your entire goal is to fix the Elden Ring, which has shattered. You're going to have to go through this, that, and the other trials, tribulations, and demigods in battle to get to this Elden Ring and repair it. Now, that sounds very simple on the outset. And for the most part, it is pretty simple. Like, they don't do convoluted storylines. If you really wanted to, you could power through the game in 20, 30-ish hours on like a regular playthrough. I personally didn't do that because I was busy collecting every item that I could get my hands on. And even in my second run, I found items that I didn't even know about. It took me until New Game Plus to find out there were items with sleep buildup. Which is a status effect, of which there are a few. But I really just cannot sing the praises of such a simple storyline either, because the lore is all there. It's a very deep, intricate, and complex lore. And there's just so much to dig into. If you read every item description, every piece of armor has its own description and lore about it. Every person you talk to grows the world state, and that is beautiful to me. So you can go through and play it like it's a challenge run and take speed running to a new level, play the game in like 4 hours, or you could take like 100 hours and still not find everything, and there's always something new, some new cave and some new corner, because everyone overlooks something. Which leads me into the gameplay. The gameplay, if you've never played a Souls-like before, is a mix of tactical dodging, blocking, attacking, and exploration. There are bosses, there are locations which have deceptive landscapes that hide secrets, but this is a first in FromSoft timeline where they've truly given you an open world with no borders between anything. I mean, there are certain things you have to obtain to progress to later stages of open world, but that's just what you expect. This is the first one that's not been levels that are boxed in places and then you get to explore within the level. No, you get to explore Limgrave, and then you get to walk over to the east and explore Caelid, and then you get to go up north in Liurnia of the Lakes. And that is just so much of an explosion of content on FromSoft's part. And the fact that the only loading screens that you will ever encounter are when fast traveling. But we're in the age nowadays that even that loading screen is going to be like 4 seconds, so immersion is hardly ever broken. Anyhow, there really is so much that I want to tell you about this game and how you should buy it and how you should buy the season pass, which I can't stress enough. I am very excited for when the season pass becomes viable to purchase. I'm not going to buy it when there's no DLC, but just this is a flourishing of everything that made the famously difficult game somehow more difficult, but yet somehow more fun to triumph over. You die a few times to a boss, and when you beat them, you are on top of the world. The dopamine rush. It's amazing. I will say that I've had more trouble with this game than I have with probably the entirety of Dark Souls 1 or 2. It's probably a little bit harder than 3, but I can't really speak to that because it's been so long since I've played 3. But just, it doesn't lose any enjoyment in just the sheer scope of it. And there's these little dashes of sort of callbacks to the Souls franchise. These aren't really spoilers because they're in all the games, but, you know, patches showing up and the Dark Moon Greatsword being a sword in the game. It just feels like after all this time, the director Miyazaki is really sort of like, this is his love letter to the fans, you know? Anyhow, I'm not going to talk your ear off about it anymore. This game is out. This game is wonderful. Play this game. Be prepared for a challenge, but play this game. All right, citizens. Signing off. You have a great day.